Hi, everybody. It is Thursday, April 7th, and I'm just checking in. Uh, I was going to basically make note of a year ago, we were really hoping that some of this truth would start coming out. Well, it is now, but it's very, very slow, like painfully slow for us that get it. But it is coming out. Like there's coverage on the political corruption, you know, judicial stuff. Soon there's going to be the election stuff as well. But I mean, like take for instance the laptop information. They didn't take it serious at first. Anyway, I guess kind of my update today is just a really short one, but it's just to reassure everybody that it's not as if human beings are stupid necessarily, but the difference, I guess, in a sense, between someone that's not very smart, let's say, and someone that's a little more intelligent is the more intelligent people question things. That's all. Uh, Whereas, I guess, kind of what I'm getting at is, if we were told the truth, if everybody was told the truth constantly, everybody would be up to speed. But what makes these experiences, without put it that way, difficult is because we're being lied to. So, uh, like I said, the people that are just a little bit above average when it comes to intelligence, we kind of sense things are off or something, or I don't know what it is that makes us more inquisitive, but we question things. It's like that doesn't make sense because if you understand, even as a child, you lie because you stole a candy bar or something. When you start making up lies, eventually they just don't kind of add up. I mean, that's how all criminals in a sense get caught too, because they get caught up in their lies. Because lies, when you start to lie, you can't tell the truth to cover up a lie. What it is you have to have a lie to cover up another lie. So they just become bigger and bigger and bigger. And then the bigger something gets, the more complex it gets, the more it doesn't make sense. So yeah, like for us, that's sort of like don't just blindly question the narrative. We question things all the time. It's like, wait a minute, that just doesn't make sense. What and what's even more important, which we're all getting more, aware of and in tune with, is your intuitive side, which is in a sense your spiritual connection. You start, it doesn't feel right, and then when you start using words like it doesn't resonate, and resonate is really almost a good description because, as we all know now, everything's kind of based on frequency and energy, and if it just, it's it's when something doesn't harmonize too, which is another good description. It doesn't doesn't vibrate at the same level. It makes it um, unharmonious. It's like two notes that don't harmonize. They start vibrating out of control, sort of like it just doesn't, because they don't mesh. Where something is harmony with each other, harmony, it's very, very smooth transition, and you can actually fine tune harmonies. Anyway, I'm using that as an example because you can kind of fine tune truth too, because like truth, it all starts adding up. It all makes sense. It connects, and it's like, well, okay, now that makes a lot of sense once you start figuring things out. So ultimately, what we're going through right now, and I know this is painful, is that classic case of where we go one, we go all. So the people that are helping us with this transition between not only darkness and light, but also lies and truth, they're unwinding that spring slowly, and to try to wake up as many people as possible. Because I've got to admit, we've all been played and duped. So, for us that kind of picked up on it and then we were brave enough to say something, we're sort of ahead of the curve, but we still are. We're still waiting for people sleepy to kind of get it more. So they're the guys that are helping us. Let's put it that way. They're leaking this out to the media because they're the main problem. They they're gaslighting people. They're lying to everybody, and it's such a huge lie that that's why people have a hard time wrapping their heads around it. They can't imagine so many people in on it. And it's not as if a lot of those people are in on it willingly. It's literally they bought into the lies and they went, no, no, that's what I was told from my boss. This is true, stuff like that. They don't realize they're kind of perpetuating a lie, but it's not intentional. So, and those people aren't bad people. These are just people who went, well, I'm just doing what I'm told, and that's what I was told. They don't realize that it's not true. Anyway, I can go on about that, but the whole point is this is painfully slow, but it is working, and yeah, that's all I can say is we gotta still have more patience, but it is coming out. And as far as you know, what's coming next, it's kind of up to the masses as they wake up. I know that they've got a good plan going on, and that's why I'm not questioning it. I'm just like, okay, they know what they're doing. Whether they're using looking glass technology and they can see the future, okay, they're trying different scenarios and see if they work or not. You know, or even just could be just an algorithm, some sort of computer algorithms. Like, let's say, what if we told people this? How would the outcome be on that or something? So I'm just saying, whatever. They've got access to stuff. I'm just trying to be intuitive as much as I can, so I kind of watch what's going on. I get messages, whatever. I'm here for the long haul. We got to wake everybody up, and yeah, it's still rolling out. So just, I guess in a sense, just be patient. Again, I know it's a pain in the butt, but anyway, so that's my just short little message for today. It's like it's working. Stay positive. And that's another thing. I guess I should end on that is I keep getting sort of messages that no matter what's going on around us, it's important for us to stay positive because indirectly we're steering the positive movement. And if we get caught up in the bad dark things and we sort of dwell on them, it's like we're not really solving the problem. So it's like it's almost like in my own little fantasy world. I get it. I just bury myself in my art and I try to stay happy. I go out for walks, because I want sunshine and nature, blue skies, whenever they're blue. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm shooting at for now. So just stay positive because that is actually really working. It's really working. Okay, that's it for today. Bye.